9. 6:20 left. Sierra fouled from behind by number 22, Essence Templeton. That is her third. It is the team's 5th. So with 6:20 remaining in this 4th period, already in the bonus the rest of the way. So you can't just start fouling, folks. Sierra gets the first to go. Sierra's 24th point. She has that double-double, 24 points, 15 rebounds. Make it 25 points now for Sierra Daniels. 79-59. Kick out. Now thought about the 3, instead drives and gets the layup for number 5, Alexis Sharkley. First points in the second half for Sharkley. She was the leading scorer at halftime, if you remember. Shot missed. Rebound. Pushing it quickly. Number 5 leaves it short. See if we can see what the score is with LSU Shreveport and Southwest. Tight ball game. 55-49. LSU Shreveport with a 6-point lead. Late in the third quarter, up at the dock in Shreveport. Kendriana, kick out. Brittany for 3, yes! Brittany Hall saying I still got a little pep in my step as she launched a 3 and makes it 82-61. Spin in the paint, number 10 and 1. 2 points for Simone Carnanar and 1. Check our foul. Foul is on number 33, Sierra Daniels. I got 5. So they're saying it's her 4th. I thought she was called for the foul and then got a technical. But LSUA turns the ball over. So 82-63. Timeout called by LSUA. General.
Fans, be sure to check around the conclusion of the game. Wednesday, the LSU Paul Quinn battle in mid-time. Tip-off will be approximately.
So I have been corrected that Sierra on the play where she was called for the technical was not called for a foul. Instead, but only on the technical. So she does have 4 now instead of what I thought was her 5th. And scrappy is Paul Quinn. Number 5, Sharkley. Makes it 82-65 as we near the 5-minute mark. Down to Kendriana. Got him up in the air, but then missed the easy kiss off the glass. Here comes Paul Quinn back the other way, and then almost throwing it away. 3-pointer. Won't go. Rebound out to Sierra Daniels with her 16th, I believe, rebound of the night. Dawsey into the front court, and she's fouled by number 10, Simone. She'll go and shoot 2. As I said, they're in the double the rest of the way. So her 4th there. 2 shots for Dawsey. not a shooting foul, but because they're in that bonus situation now, any foul that they commit on LSUA will send us to the line to shoot 2, and that's what Dawsey does there. She gets the first free throw to go. Second free throw coming up. And she does knock them both down. She has 11 points to join the LSUA ladies that are in double figures, 84-65. Shot won't go. Put back is good, though. Nice follow-over shot. Essence Templeton with the basket. Dawsey. Courtney Dawsey. I was thinking about running a little clock, but she had the jumper. She took it. 86-67. Back the other way. Number 11, Destiny Medlock. Here comes LSUA quickly. Shot would not fall for Kendriana. Wasn't able to draw the foul. Back the other way. Shot missed. Sierra. How was she not fouled? Wow. I mean, Daniels rode to the ground by number 2 and no call. Wow. So out of bounds on Sierra, but she went out of bounds because number 2 shoved her out of bounds in the paint. Spin, turn, and falls for 23, Raven Ringo. That was a young lady that left Mad earlier. Stolen by number 5, Sharkley. Three-pointer on the way, won't go. Hall the rebound, 86-71. Thaxton for 3, bang! Kelsey Thaxton now with 20. 89-71 as we near the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. It's an air ball 3, and it'll go back to LSUA. Paul Quinn making a little bit of a run, getting it under 20. Down to 18. Been as much as 26. Just over 3 minutes left. Hall into the front court. Hall felt like she was getting fouled. Whistle not blown. Under 3 now, under 3 minutes remaining, 2:54 to be exact. Again, we apologize, our score bug not up and running, but up and running is number 32, but misses. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll be LSUA ball. So it was stolen by number 32, Handy, but not able to finish. And LSUA to inbound to Sierra. Gets it into Brittany. Brittany across the A. Now left of the elbow, and she's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Will the senior, number 3 from New Orleans. Foul is on 32. Handy, her second, 2 shots for Brittany Hall. Last game of the regular season will be Saturday afternoon. We'll be honoring our seniors. You're also going to get to meet Tank. Have you heard of Tank? Yes, Tank is our new mascot that's going to be unveiled on Saturday. So pictures, giveaways, much more. Join us on Saturday for that. Hall gets the first one to go to get us to 89-71. So still noticeably limping, or noticeably not able to go all out, but still nice nonetheless. Three-pointer on the way Won't go. Rebound, put back, good for number 2, Janisha Wilson. 90-73. And a whistle right away will send Dawsey to the line to shoot 2 as number 5, Sharkley, commits the foul. It is her third. Dawsey at the line shooting 2. .221 remaining in this contest. Dawsey missed the second, so 1 of 2 for Dawsey. Driving, scoring, number 2, Janisha Wilson, 91-75. 2 minutes remaining. Dawsey kicks it back out to Hall for 3. This one off to the right, off to the left rather. Shot won't go. Rebound, ball knocked away, and it'll be LSU-A ball. Again, trying to keep up with LSU Shreveport and Southwest, 63-55. LSU Shreveport. Stolen by Paul Quinn. It is a 2-on-1, and converting number 2, Janisha Wilson. Timeout called by Coach Erica Henry as it's 91-77. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. So you see a minute 24 remaining. LSU-A has led by as many as 26. They now have that deficit cut down to the lowest that it's been since halftime. Actually, halftime it was a 14-point deficit. So that is, again, led by as many as 26. LSU-A has let the ladies back in the ball game, if you will. But I want to remind you that after this game, we'll have a brief break, and then the men play in game 2. And then the last game of the regular season here in the Fort will be honoring our seniors on Saturday when Southwest, University of the Southwest from Hobbs, New Mexico, comes to town. They'll be here on Saturday, and for a 2 o'clock game and a 4 o'clock game, we look forward to bringing you that. But come on out and honor our seniors in the technically last home game before we go to the Coliseum next week. The dish to Sierra Daniels from Kendriana. And Sierra leading the way. Push off the baseline, a minute coming up now. 1 minute remaining, shot miss, and a foul. And Daniels has fouled out. Sierra Daniels has fouled out. 27 points for Sierra. 27 points. Let's check our rebounds. Daniels I have with 16 rebounds. So that would be, she's already in that double-double, but fouls out with 27 points. And number 2, Jemiah Galloway, who has not played, is coming in the ball game for the first time. So Galloway coming in the ball game as LSU-A and Brittany Smith. They've got her knee wrapped up. I see on the from the medical bench. Certainly not a good sign seeing Brittany hurt like that. Paul Quinn getting the ball inbounds. Shot short and a foul as Kendriana Washington has now fouled out.
Kendriana Washington, her 5th.
So Kendriana Washington has fouled out. We don't have anybody else. We'll finish with 4 in this last 52 seconds. My understanding is the only game that I missed at home this season, they finished with 3, I believe, and 2 finished with 2. I was updated from the truck, so but I think we're safe here. Of course, that game was against Our Lady of the Lake, and they certainly, well, anyway, we're a much better result coming your way tonight, thankfully, as at the line, 93-77 in a game that's not as close as the score might indicate, and a foul as Thaxton goes down hard. Foul is going to be on number 10. She is fouled out, Simone Carnier. As I see Adam Johnson coming with the crutches for Brittany Smith. So not a good situation there. When the AD's got to go get crutches again for Brittany Smith, the freshman out of Lafayette. Thaxton at the line shooting 2. Gets the first one to go. We'll talk with head coach Bob Austin coming up. Thaxton makes it 95. Shot won't go, 40 seconds. Dawsey comes up with it to Thaxton, to Jemiah Galloway. Galloway, gosh, bumped hard by number 5, Alexis Sharkley. Her 4th. So Galloway to shoot 2. So Galloway gets the first to go, and her first points of the night, having to come in because Brittany Smith is out. Sierra Daniels fouls out. Kendriana Washington fouls out. Galloway 1 of 2. Shot up, won't go. Put back is good. 96-79. Up to Jemiah. 17 seconds. Thaxton, instead of laying it in, which she could have, run some more clock. They go to Hall with 10 seconds. And LSU-A will play it out and win by a final score of 96-79. 96-79. Congratulations to LSU-A with a 17-point win tonight. 99-79. So check that as the three-pointer. 99-79 the final. Okay, so as I was tallying up my scores here, was that Hall with the last bucket? 99-79, your final score, 20-point win for LSU-A. We'll talk with the head coach here in just a few minutes with Bob Austin. Look forward to visiting with Bob. Yeah, we'll bring him over here, so. Talk with the head coach, Bob Austin, in just a minute as we await the final stats to come our way as well. So again, final score 99-79, 99-79 as LSU-A gets a double-double from Daniels with 27 points and 16 rebounds. Got to tell Bob to back up, they're telling me. Okay, so we'll get him backed up here. So again, congratulations, Coach. See if we can get you a little more, just a little more room there. And so congratulations, brother. How are you?
Good.
Let's see, I'm not hearing him. Do y'all have him? Do you hear yourself?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm okay. I'm not hearing him, but that's okay. Coach, congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Obviously, toward the last couple of minutes there, led them back in the game a little bit. Led by 26. It was our biggest lead tonight. Double-double for Sierra Daniels, 27 points, 16 rebounds. I know you were probably most disappointed with letting their temper get the best of them when you got a team that's scratching and clawing, trying to get back in.
Right.
But yet, 17-point win, still very sweet tonight.
Yeah, we just got to be smarter. Brittany takes a shot at the end of the game, like no sense for that. CC running them out. You already got one. Like you got to let that. You got to let that roll. You're fouled out. Get off the floor. Let's get ready for the next game.
I certainly excited to see Brittany on the floor. I didn't, I asked you before the game, and you said, well, we're going to try. And she certainly gave it all she had tonight and getting out there and everything. Her coming back, I mean, I know it's not what the doctors necessarily wanted, but the senior from New Orleans wanted it. And she's certainly giving you a little something here these last couple of games.
Yeah, she's, a senior. She really wants to finish the season out, and as a senior, kind of give it a run, and we're going to let her and finish out her season.
We're following the game up in Shreveport, trying to see, last I checked there with LSU Shreveport, and that now they've ballooned their lead out. It was down to 6 points at one time. LSU Shreveport beating Southwest. You're fighting for that second spot possibly to get into that. Right now you're still in that third spot and a good place for you as you head toward the Red River Athletic Conference tournament. But now let's look ahead to Saturday. It's a special day, last home game here in this arena, although we'll still be home in Alexandria, obviously at the Coliseum. But you got some special young ladies that we'll be honoring on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Senior night, bittersweet, with folks moving on and coming to the end of their playing here at LSU-A, but they've had some good careers and really fortunate to have them as part of our program.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to you finishing this the right way on Saturday, get that win, and then, of course, get our fans to come out to Alexandria to the Coliseum starting on Thursday. I know we're not sure of the times yet, but, still it starts on Thursday, and we hope Alexandria, not just LSU-A fans, but sports fans will come out and support this conference tournament coming to the Coliseum.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good basketball, a lot of top 25 teams playing, both men and women, and should be a lot of fun over there in the Coliseum.
No doubt about it. Coach, savor it, enjoy it.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
See you back here on Saturday for Senior Day.
Go Generals.
Coach Bob Austin has been our guest. We appreciate Coach Austin taking time to talk with us here as we wrap things up from the fort here for Game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 will be coming up in just a few minutes. Again, as we look down the scores, 5 ladies in double figures tonight. Sierra Daniels, 27 points and 16 rebounds. Wow, 27 points, 16 rebounds for Sierra Daniels, 22 points for Kelsey Thaxton. So Kelsey with 22, also 22 points, a double-double for Kendriana Washington. I'm sorry, I missed that earlier. 22 points, 12 rebounds for Kendriana. You had 14 points for Courtney Dawsey. You also had 11 points for Brittany Hall, including that 3 there right at the end of the game. That I had already started adding things up in my book and missed that 3. She had 2 threes in the fourth quarter. But again, just an overall great game for these young ladies. They improved to 12-5 in conference play. 12-5 in conference play for the Red River Athletic Conference, and they improved to 15-9 on the season. They'll be back in action on Saturday at 2 p.m. to take on Southwest. That's going to wrap us up for this part of our broadcast. We'll step away for a little bit, and then we'll come back for Game 2 of our doubleheader with LSU-A and Paul Quinn on the Generals Sports Network. I'm good to go. And good evening, everyone. Welcome back to LSU-A as we get ready for the start of Game 2 of our doubleheader here. And we'll get things adjusted here. How about that? Let's see if I can do that. How about that? All right, reached out and did that. Thank you. So good to have you here with us as we get ready for the start of Game 2 here on the General Sports Network. I'm Rich Dupree. Glad to be able to bring you to our game here tonight as we get ready for the start of Game 2 here. As I reach out and say hi to Dr. Paul Correll, who's here with his lovely wife, as they are for most every game that I've been here. If you can give me a little more volume in my headphones, I appreciate that. All right, thank you. That's great. That way I don't talk as loud. So appreciate that. Paul Quinn comes in with a record of 5-11 in the Red River Athletic Conference play, 7-23. But LSU-A is missing some guys tonight. We are certainly shorthanded tonight, so we got to be ready and play all out. Our starters tonight will be senior from Baton Rouge, 6'4", Anthony Stove, followed by another senior from Dallas, Texas at 6'6", number 5, Trent Brinkley. It's all seniors starting tonight at 6'6", forward out of Slidell is number 11, Chris Vickers. Starting at guard, 6'1", senior out of Katy, Texas, number 23, J.R. Adams. And rounding out the starters at 6'5", from Gibbsland, Louisiana, it is number 24, Carlos Coleman. So it will be Coleman, Adams, Vickers, Brinkley, and Anthony Stove, your 5 starters for LSU-A. For Paul Quinn, they'll start a freshman guard out of Houston, Texas, number 3, Teron Mingo. That'll be followed by a junior forward out of Plano, Texas, number 11, Mateo Eschik is number 11. Freshman forward out of Houston, Texas, number 12, Bruce Scott, followed by a junior forward out of Fairborn, Georgia, number 20, Shaquille Hoffman, 20 Hoffman. And then out of Little Rock, Arkansas, junior forward, number 22, Spencer McElway, 22, Hoffman, 20, Scott, 12, Eschelk, 11, and Mingo, number 3 will be your starters for LSU-A. LSU-A right down number 8 in the country. They are 23-5 on the season. They are 15-1 in Red River Athletic Conference play. And with tonight and one more game on Saturday, they have a 1-game lead over the LSU Shreveport Pilots, who are 25-3 on the season, but 14-2 in conference play. One of those losses was here in the fort to LSU-A. And, of course, as we know, last Saturday, LSU-A went up and had what can only be said is the worst game of their season in getting blown out at the dock by LSU Shreveport. So to hand LSU-A their only loss in conference play this season. So again, LSU-A has to hold strong tonight against Paul Quinn, not let the upset bug hit. And then, of course, obviously went out on Saturday. And if they went out on Senior Day on Saturday, where we unveiled Tank, our mascot, if they win tonight and they win on Saturday, they'll have the number 1 seed and the bye into the semifinals in the Red River Athletic Conference tournament that starts next Thursday at the Rapides Parish Coliseum. So excited about the Raising Cane's Red River Athletic Conference tournament coming to Alexandria next week. So we hope that you'll come out. You heard Coach Austin maybe in our last game talk about that. There's going to be some great basketball at the Coliseum starting on Thursday. The ladies play the first 2 games. The men play the last 2 games. And then the semifinals on Friday, we'll have 2 more ladies games and 2 more men's games. And then the championship game obviously, on Saturday. 2:30, I believe, for the ladies, 4:30 for the men on Saturday at the Rapides Parish Coliseum. And excited again to have that back here in Alexandria. About to go the official introduction of the lineups on the floor. Again, appreciate our LSUA Media Club that's doing a great job of bringing you all the different camera angles and producing today's game. So again, excited to be able to bring you this game here on the Generals Sports Network. The introductions are about to happen on the court. Last time we were here, which was on February the 13th, the LSUA men shattered multiple records that night. If you remember, in the win over Houston Tillotson, we had the single game record for most points in a game with 128. We also had set a new record with three-pointers made with 22. Previous record was 18. And additionally, 2 individual records fell. J.R. Adams finished with 41 points, which was a new single game record. And senior Montre Thomas Jr. posted his first career collegiate triple-double, 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. So a lot of great things. We'll turn our attention to the court now as LSUA is being introduced.
6'4" senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 4, Anthony Stove.
Anthony Stove being introduced.
Starting at forward is 6'6" senior from Dallas, Texas, number 5, Trent Brinkley. Starting at forward is 6'6" senior from Slidell, Louisiana, number 11, Chris Vickers. Starting at guard is 6'1" senior from Katy, Texas, number 23, J.R. Adams. And starting at forward, a 6'5" senior from Gibson, Louisiana, number 24, Carlos Coleman.
So again, you've got all seniors starting tonight for head coach Larry Cordero in his 6th season, assisted by Jimmy Winslow III, Kyle Thorne, and Devin Jackson. So starting those seniors tonight, number 4, Anthony Stove, number 5, Trent Brinkley, number 11, Chris Vickers, number 23, J.R. Adams, and number 24, Carlos Coleman. Next to last game of the regular season here. As Saturday, we are excited to have a doubleheader for you. Also, the unveiling of our new mascot, Tank. And it's a free admission as well, from what I'm told. So free admission on Saturday as well. So there's not a better time to bring your kids out, meet our new mascot, Tank, register, and get some of the nice prizes we're going to be giving away. And join us for that on Saturday when Tank is going to be unveiled. All right, we're ready to jump it off here at the fort. Everyone's on their feet. Here we go. And ball knocked out of bounds to Coach Brandon Espinoza in his first season at Paul Quinn out of Dallas. So it'll be Paul Quinn ball to start with. They're in the solid black uniforms with the gold numbers and purple trim. They're a purple and gold team, just like we are. LSU and A in their home whites. Shot up by number 11 short. Rebound Vickers. Vickers, the outlet to Adams now. Adams to Carlos near side. Adams. Again, 41 points last time we were here in this building. Brinkley on the drive, cut off. Adams for 3. Halfway down, and it came back out of the cylinder. So still no score, almost a minute into our first half. So we keep up with the action here on the floor. Ball knocked away. Nice move by Stove. Adams gets the steal. It's a 3-on-2. Kick back to Stove. Thought about the three. To Vickers on the left block. Chris fade away. The lefty. Good from 10 feet out. Vickers gets us in the scorebook first. Almost a minute and a half into this first half. Three shoots the other way and scores Mingo. Toron Mingo for two. Brinkley from the top of the key. Back the other way. Paul Quinn on the block. Shot won't go. Vickers the rebound. Adams feeds it down to Carlos. Coleman to Vickers for three. Won't go. Brinkley fights for the board. Brinkley comes up with it. Kick out to Carlos. Coleman, the jumper, won't go. Vickers for three. Nope. Had some wide open shots, could not convert. Ball knocked out by LSU-A. It'll still be Paul Quinn. Basketball. Coach calls out red. 20 pushes his way in, won't go, got his own rebound, and then Coleman knocked it away. Here comes JR. Adams to the hole using the left hand. He's going to be fouled and go to the line and shoot two. Check the Paul Quinn foul. Foul's going to be on 22. Spencer McElway, or McElway. McElway with the foul, his first, team first. JR shooting two. Adams gets the first to go. And knocking them both down. JR making it 4-2 LSU-A. Just getting started here in this game two of our doubleheader on this Thursday night. In the paint, 22 weaves his way in. McElway. Three-pointer for Stove. Not quite heated up just yet. Pushing it back the other way. Mingo kicks it out to number 11 for three. Won't go. Long rebound and a push. As Vickers will be called for his first. And it's the team first. Paul Quinn basketball. Gets it inbound to 22, McElway. And then they throw it away on the far side as security standing over there with a black jersey shirt on. Maybe the point guard thought that was one of his own teammates. Instead, the ball goes out of bounds back to LSU-A as Stove gets it into JR. Carlos to Brinkley. Brinkley with the fadeaway. Too far away. Back comes Paul Quinn has 22. McElway has 4 points now. 6-4 visitors on top. Carlos off the glass. Carlos Coleman. He was the Ball Hawk Award winner this past week, courtesy of Jason Hawk, Farm Bureau, because of his nice three-game swing during LSU-A's 11-game win streak. Brinkley fouled. Foul's going to be on number 12, Bruce Scott. His first, team second. JR set to inbound, tied at 6. JR gets it into Vickers. Anthony Stove near side. Stove with the jumper.
Anthony Stove.
8-6 LSUA. On the dribble, Eschelk to number 3, who shoots a 3, won't go. Rebound, Chris Vickers. Vickers to the hole. Vickers with the left hand off the glass. Chris Vickers as we await our first substitution. Jawan Williams coming in at the next break. Traveling on number 22, Spencer McElway.
Jawan Williams.
So Jawan Williams checking into the ball game, replacing Brinkley. Jawan, the sophomore out of Monroe. Adams, the fadeaway for 3, won't go. Long rebound, Jawan. Back to Adams and a travel. Turns the ball back over as we now see Brandon Ellis and number 10, Montre Thomas Jr. checking in, replacing Adams. And and Carlos Coleman coming out. So we had 6 generals on the floor there at one point. That's not legal. So Coleman had to come off. 10-6 LSUA with the lead as we're almost 6 minutes into this 20-minute first half. In the corner for 3. Air ball. Ellis comes up with it. So Ellis in the ball game for the first time. The normal starting point guard over to Stove. Stove baseline. Anthony puts a shot up with his left hand, and it was just short. Little extra step there. No call. 23 with the score. Kevin Baker. Here goes Jawan. Jawan muscling in, but couldn't finish. And Paul Quinn looking to tie it up. Pulls up from the charity stripe and does tie it up as Toran Minko with the jumper. 10-10 our score. 13-15 remaining first half. Stove with the pick from Vickers. Anthony Stove. So Stove with 5 points. 13-10 LSUA with a 3-point lead. Almost stolen. 22 with the finger roll. Leaves it short. Gets his own rebound and then fouled from behind. Believe Stove will be called for the foul. Yes, Anthony Stove picks up his first. It is the team second. Stove at the line, or rather 22 at the line, missing the first. That's Spencer McElway. Second one coming up. Gets 1 of 2. Montre to Vickers. Bounce in the corner. Ellis for 3. Bang! Brandon Ellis with a 3-ball from the left corner pocket. 16-11 LSUA by 5. 12. Scott loses the ball. Ellis comes up with it. Montre created it. Bounce pass to Stove. Anthony in the corner. Montre. 3-pointer too strong. Rebound, push, and a kick ball. Stove says if it's a kick, it was with my hand, but official says no, and not going to overturn that one. Replay, yeah. Only in the truck, not officially. Three-pointer from the left corner. Takes a bounce, and Vickers with a rebound. Double team, gets it out to Ellis. Ellis loses it momentarily, now gets it back. Ellis into the front court. Right side, pick was set by Williams. Will not fall, long rebound, comes out to 23, Baker. Kevin gives it up to 3, Mingo. Down the floor. 23 with the left hand scoop, and good for Kevin Baker. 16-13. Ellis into the front court. Vickers for 3. Chris Vickers. Third field goal of the game. First tray for the senior. From Slidell. 19-13. LSU by 6. Nearing the halfway point of the first half. Stolen as Montre gets it up the floor to Jawan. Jawan tried to tip it to Stove as Jawan, knowing that he was going to turn the ball over, tipped it out and instead gets called. Coach is going to make a change here as Carlos Coleman will come in for Jawan. 19-13. Nice job, Vickers coming up with it. Ellis pushing, Montre for 3. And get a timeout as Montre Thomas Jr. hits a 3 to make it 22-13. Coach Espinoza wanted a timeout, baby. It's a 30-second timeout. You see the score.
Brother Athlete Conference Tournament returns to Alexandria in 2020. It will be played at the Rapid Parish Coliseum. The time will run March 5th through March 7th.
22-13 our score with 10:26 remaining in the first half, so we're almost halfway home.
Be there or be square.
Glad to have you here on the General Sports Network, along with our LSU Media Club, bringing you tonight's game. Bounce on the block to 22. McElway spins and spins and spins, and ball goes in and out as Trent Brinkley gets the rebound to Ellis now. Ellis back to Brinkley, and Brinkley off the shoe and out of bounds. Coach telling Brinkley, no dribble, go up with it. He wanted to get one dribble and then maybe go up and dunk, but instead off the foot. Traveling on number 10, Gerald Burrell. (22-13). Tight game early, first 5 or 6 minutes. But LSU certainly exerting itself on the last couple of minutes here as Montre. Nice, Brinkley trying to dunk. Could not finish. Coach not happy at all. Three-pointer by number 12, leaves it short. And an offensive foul over the back call on number 10.
Foul number 10, Gerald Burrell.
On Burrell. His first, third team foul. Coleman. Kick out. Montre for three. Nope, two-pointer. Oh, that was Montre Thomas, I think. So another foul, illegal pick set. Number 12, Bruce Scott, his second, team fourth. Foul will be called on Paul Quinn, number 12, Bruce Scott. That'll be his third, team fifth.
Marcel Holden checking in for the Tigers.
.836 remaining. Too strong by Montre. Foul is on number 10, Montre Thomas, his first, team's third. .24-13. Jumper three-pointer, they say, for number 11, Eschelk. Mateo Eschelk. Blocked. Saved by number 2, Cruz. Three-pointer. Good by number 4, Holden. 24-19. Montre in the corner to Adebutu. Adebutu stepped out, according to Coach Espinoza, and then the official verified it. JR coming back. Chris Vickers coming back.
Chris Vickers still having to turn the lineup.
Stove coming back, replacing Montre.
As is Anthony Stove for the junior.
A little bit of a run here by Paul Quinn. A 7-0 run. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound, Coleman. Ellis taking off, now kicking back to JR. JR over in the corner to Ellis. Ellis back to Vickers. Vickers blocked by McAway, but he got the ball back. Carlos Coleman. Block and one. Coleman, count the basket, and one.
Foul number 2, Joshua Cruz, his first, 16th foul.
Foul is going to be on number 2, Cruz, his first, team sixth. Coleman gets a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Travel on number 10. Burrell gives the ball back to LSU-A. 7 minutes remain. 27-19 our score. JR back to Carlos. Turns it over. Fouled. No call. 22 with a dunk. Spencer McAway. Vickers, stolen. Back to McAway, and a late whistle called Foul is going to be on 23, J.R. Adams, his first, team fourth.
J.R. Adams, his first 14th foul. Spencer McAway on the line for 2 shots.
Missing on the first. McAway missed them both. Stove between the leg, pick set, three-pointer, Anthony Stove. Second three ball of the game extends the lead back to 9, 30-21 as we near the 6-minute mark. Number two, Joshua Cruz. Up the floor, Adams for three. J.R. is who shot that one. 33-23, lead is 10. Eschelk gives it up to number 4, blocked by J.R. Vickers comes up with it. Bounce pass to Ellis. Brandon with the left hand, too strong, and out of bounds. (33-23). Stolen. Vickers up to Adams. It's a 4-on-2. J.R. shoots. And a whistle. As I believe foul called on number 20. Shaquille Hoffman. Hoffman called for his first. We're shooting the 1-and-1, the remainder, or shooting the bonus, the remainder of this first half. 4:58 remaining in the first half. Vickers. Gets the first one to go. Second one coming up. So Vickers makes it 35-23. On the drive to Cruz, gives it up to Eschelk. Fade away for number 11. Vickers with the rebound. He'll get it back to Montre. Montre in the front court. Spin, Montre looking for help, gets it back to Chris Vickers. Back to Montre. Drive, baseline, jumper, won't go, but the tip, or the putback by Jawan Williams gets Jawan into the scorebook. 37-23. Shot missed. J.R. Jumper, good for Anthony Stove. That is 3 threes for the Hot Stove tonight. 40-25. As a timeout called, it is a full timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. Back after this timeout, 40-25. Biggest lead of the game for LSUA on the General Sports Network. 3:47 remains. (40-25) is our score. So we have to make sure we get all the horns, buzzers in before they return to action on the floor. LSU-A shooting a hot 42% from the floor. (44% from behind the arc, 7 of 16 for LSU-A. 3 of those courtesy of Anthony Stove. 40-25. McAway can't get it to fall. Vickers the rebound. Three-pointer for Stove. Anthony Stove on fire. 4 threes on the night for Anthony Stove. McAway dishing and a travel. Yep, too many steps for number 20, Shaquille Hoffman. (42-25) LSU-A. Montre double teamed in the backcourt. They get it to Jawan Vickers for 3, drives and scores. Foul 2, but no call. Chris Vickers. 11 points for Vickers, and now we hear a whistle on the other side as number 2 goes to the floor. We'll check the LSU-A foul. Foul is going to be on number 25, Jawan Williams. That'll be his first, team's 5th.
15 foul. Joshua Cruz to the line for 3 shots.
Sends number 2 to the line for 3. Cruz shooting 3. Gets the first one to go. Gets the second to go. Misses the third as Vickers gets the board. 44-27. Adams dishing to Jawan. Williams fouled and will shoot 2. Foul will be on number 22, Spencer McAway, his second. Team's 8th.
22, Spencer McAway, his second, 18 foul. Juwan Williams at the line for 2 shots.
Williams at the line, shooting 2 as he gets the first to go. Carlos Coleman getting set to come back in. And Jawan gets them both. As Williams will come out, Carlos Coleman will come back in. So Coleman, Vickers, Stove, Thomas Jr., and Adams on the floor. Into the front court, bounce pass. Far side to the hole. And converting, number 20, Hoffman, Shaquille Hoffman's first points. Montre over to Adams. JR, the jumper, nice move, getting his man up in the air and then going up and getting the jumper from 6 feet out. 48-29, a 19-point lead for LSU-A. Near side to Cruz. Almost threw it away. JR trying to get the steal. Number 20 got his man up and then got the basket and the foul. That's foul will be on Carlos Coleman, his first, team 6th. Give the bucket to number 20, Shaquille Hoffman, and 1.
16 foul. Shaquille Hoffman at the line for 1 shot.
A minute 40 left in this first half of play. And completing the 3-point play was Hoffman. 48-32. Up to Carlos, over to JR. Now Carlos again, and this time he did travel. (48-32). Adams with the steal. JR, yes. 50-32 with 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Around the circle, near side. And a nice Vickers just going straight up and not fouling Baker. Three-pointer. Vickers coming back the other way and making the basket after giving up the basket to Baker and not fouling him. 53-34, 28 seconds left. Vickers gets the rebound. Montre into the front court. Montre dribbles right side. Crossover to the hole and one. Montre Thomas Jr. and one. Foul is going to be on number 2, Joshua Cruz, his second. Team 9th. 4.5 seconds remain in this first half of basketball here at the Fort. Next to last regular season game. Saturday will be senior day as Montre completes the three-point play. 56-34. Shot at the buzzer. Not going to count. Not good either way. Halftime score is LSU-A 56. Paul Quinn 34. 56-34. LSU-A with the lead here at halftime. A 22-point lead for LSU-A. Paul Quinn had chipped it down to single digits about the midway point of the first half. But LSU-A again just showing that they're just too strong. Paul Quinn coming into this game with an overall record of 7-23. LSU-A sitting atop the conference right now and looking with a win tonight and a win again on Saturday. LSU-A would be the regular season conference champion. So that certainly is what we are aiming for, as well as that #1 seed in the conference tournament coming up at the Rapides Parish Coliseum. And again, that is coming up next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday being the championship game with the ladies at 2:30 and the men at 4:30. But there's going to be great games all day. Well, all day. The ladies play the first 2 games. The men play the last 2 games on Saturday. On Thursday, the opening day of the tournament on Thursday, March the 5th. Then there'll be 4 games on Friday the 6th, and then the championship games, the ladies first, then the men on Saturday at the Rapides Parish Coliseum. Is the Raisin Canes Red River Athletic Conference Tournament. And I can't begin to tell you what an honor it is to be able to host that again here in Alexandria at the Rapides Coliseum. If you haven't been to the Coliseum since it was, of course, redone 3 years ago, you really need to come out and see some of the best in ladies and men's basketball for LSU-A, as both teams will be playing on Saturday, or will be playing The ladies will likely be playing starting on Thursday. The men won't be playing, hopefully, until Friday in the semifinals of the Red River Athletic Conference Tournament. But either way, it's going to be great basketball at the Rapides Coliseum. We are at halftime. I've got scores for you. I got updates for you relative to our scoring totals. We already have a double here at halftime for Chris Vickers with 14 points and 13 rebounds. I'll get into all of that and much more after we take this timeout. Let's take a timeout here, and then we'll be back with your scoring totals from the first half and talk to you about what's coming up this Saturday as well. Stay with us. LSUA with the lead at halftime, 56-34, 56-34 at half here on the General Sports Network.
All right, we're going to have these one at a time. We're going to start on this end. In the yellow shirt, Gracie, may I help show them who's first? Down on this end, we're going to go one at a time. So step up and let's see your best toe touch. Let's hear it. All right, Jake, you're up, buddy. All right. Hey, it counts. He touched his toes. And the flip-flops. There we go. That's impressive. There he is. All right. You look like you're ready to dump it, buddy. All right. Sign her up for cheerleading.
Louisiana pests can be a formidable opponent, but J&J Exterminating is ready to tackle them on their own turf. J&J Exterminating is Louisiana's largest independently owned pest control company, and we know what works in Louisiana's climate, from ants to termites and everything in between. J&J Exterminating will protect your home or business with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Get the shield.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
It's game day. The clock is ticking, and you've got to make the call. Dig something out of your refrigerator or call in a fan favorite. Be an MVP and let Johnny's Pizza House feed your team. Whether you're tailgating or in front of your big screen, don't miss a second of your favorite plays. Let Johnny's deliver to your man cave, she shed, house, or apartment. We've got our sweep the kitchen, breadsticks, Johnny's flips, cheese sticks, muffalettas with chips, and a side of our sweet cinnamon sticks ready to tackle your hunger. This game day, deliver a win with Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice.
Sire, Lord Lafayette, what do you offer for the King's Court?
I offer this vast assortment of beads.
Beads? Well, I've literally got thousands of them. Away with thee!
Wait! Dilly-dilly!
May I present the Duke of Westbank?
Your Majesty, I offer King of Mardi Gras.
Did you see my message earlier about not having the coach's headphones in my ears during the end of the game stuff? Okay, I'll need that. I'm doing Jimmy Winslow and not Coach Cordero at the end of this game. Yep. I'm ready. Yeah. Welcome back to the Fort, ladies and gentlemen, as it is halftime here of game number 2 of our doubleheader. The ladies of LSU-A, big winners earlier tonight by a score of 99-79 over Paul Quinn, as the LSU-A ladies improved to 12-5 on the season in Red River Athletic Conference play, and to 15-9 overall. So again, congratulations to Coach Bob Austin and the LSU-A ladies. They'll be playing next week at the Coliseum during the Raisin Canes Red River Athletic Conference tournament, so looking forward to that. Meanwhile, the men of LSU-A trying to finish the regular season as conference champions, which if they accomplish that, it will be the, let's see, I want to make sure I get that statistic right. If they're able to do that, that'll be the 5th time in 6 years. So a win tonight and then a win Saturday will lock that up for LSU-A. And want to encourage you to come out Saturday. LSU-A here at the Ford in the 6 seasons under Larry Cordero has a record of 74-4. Tonight, a win would make it 75-4 here in the friendly confines of the Fort. But Saturday is senior day, and there's several young men that we're going to be honoring. So I want to encourage you to come out Saturday. A couple of young ladies as well that will be playing their last game here in the Fort on Saturday. And there's a lot at stake for both of these teams as they jockey for position in the conference championship picture. So I want to encourage you to come out. Also, Saturday, we are debuting our new mascot. His name is Tank, and look forward to that on Saturday. It's also, if I'm correct, free admission on Saturday for everyone. So there'll be games and prizes and take pictures with Tank. So I want to encourage you to come out Saturday and join us here. The ladies play at 2 o'clock. The men play at 4 o'clock. And it is senior day for both of these teams. So come out and join us on Saturday. So Again, LSU-A looking to win that conference regular season championship and give them the #1 seed in the conference tournament, which is the automatic qualifier for the NAIA tournament in Kansas City. At halftime, LSU-A led in scoring by number 11, Chris Vickers. He already has a double-double with 14 points and 13 rebounds. Also 13 points for Anthony Stove here at halftime. 9 points for J.R. Adams. 6 points for Montre Thomas Jr. And then also 5 points for Carlos Coleman. 4 points for Jawan Williams. LSU-A shooting 20 of 39. That is 51% for LSU-A at halftime. Only 8 of 17 from behind the arc, but still at that, shooting a hot 47%. And they are 8 of 8 from the charity stripe. 8 of 8 from the charity stripe so far in this first 20 minutes of the game. Paul Quinn not doing too bad themselves, just not as many shots. 14 of 30 for 47%, but only 2 of 8 from behind the arc and 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. And that's really where that difference is made up for LSU-A over Paul Quinn. Again, LSU-A looking to get into form here as we head toward the conference tournament. The latest NAIA rankings that are out have LSU-A at number 11 in the country, even though they are number 1 in the conference right now because they only have 1 loss in conference. LSU Shreveport has already moved up to number 3 in the country in NAIA, but they are number 2 in the conference right now because they've lost 2 games on this season. So very important for LSU-A to close out this regular season, if for anything else, to get that number 1 seed in the conference tournament and to be more impressive to the national voters as we get toward the all-important NAIA tournament coming up in a few weeks. So again, big day on Saturday, the mascot reveal, senior day for the ladies, for the men, and free admission. So we hope you'll come on out. We're about to return to action on the floor. Again, thanks for joining us here on the General Sports Network. Our media club from LSU-A doing a great job here on the cameras and keeping us up on what's going on the floor. And again, great to be able to work with such a great group of young men and ladies that are trying to get into the media sports business. And they're getting a great jump on that here at LSU-A.
45. LSU Shreveport.
Second half is about to start as we go back onto the floor. 20 minutes down, 20 minutes to go. And here we go with the second half. Coleman gave it up to Vickers, back to Coleman. Coleman shooting the long 3. But J.R. Adams getting the rebound. Very nice. So J.R. resets the offense for LSU-A. We have a whistle and a foul. Foul on number 20. Shaquille Hoffman. That is his second.
His second. First team foul of the second half.
First team foul of the second half. How about that? Carlos Coleman.
Carlos Coleman.
With the slam. Jam. Thank you. 7 points for Carlos. 58-34 our score. Baseline drive up and under. Could not finish on Vickers, but gets his offensive rebound and the putback for Shaquille Hoffman. 58-36. Adams Oh, wow, nice pass along the baseline to Carlos Coleman for 3.
3 points, Carlos Coleman.
Coleman's first 3 ball of the night. Right side, now back near side as number 20, Hoffman, looking for help. Gives it up to number 12, and a block instead of the charge. Check the foul. Count the basket. Foul on number 11, Chris Vickers. That'll be his second. Team's first. Count the basket. And 1 for Bruce Scott. Putting the shot free throw up to try to complete the 3-point play, and he does. Number 12, Bruce Scott. Brinkley gets the ball into the front court to Anthony Stove. Stove gets a pick from Vickers. Anthony trying to shake his man. Pass in the corner. 3-pointer for Trent Brinkley won't go. That's not number 5's shot, but the 6'6" senior from Dallas, Texas tried it anyway. Push off. Yeah, thank you. Number 2, Joshua Cruz picking up foul number 3 with the offensive using that elbow. Gets it into Mr. Brinkley. JR now. Launches a long 3 and he's fouled.
Foul number 2, Joshua Cruz, his 4th, 3rd team foul.
Coach asking Coach Espinoza all the way out of the box at midcourt, asking how was that a foul. But not a shooting foul. Adams gets it in to Coleman. Back to JR, to Chris. Vickers pulls up for 3. Bang, right with number 23 with a hand in the face. Chris Vickers. 17 points for him, 64-39. Spin to the hoop and score for number 12, Bruce Scott. He has 5 of their 7 points in the second half. Almost 3 minutes gone by as Anthony Stove can't make it. Vickers trying to get the offensive board, but number 2, Paul, comes up with it over in the corner to number 11 for 3. Won't go. Chris Vickers from long range, halfway down and comes back out of the cylinder. Behind the back goes Cruz. JR almost had a steal. 22 puts the shot up. Coleman gets mugged, but gets the board. Feed to Vickers. Chris Vickers from Carlos Coleman. 66-41, back the other way. Off of Brinkley, they're saying. Tried to talk the official into going the other way.
As is Marcel Holden.
So a couple of substitutions for Paul Quinn out of Dallas, Texas. The Tigers, purple and gold normally is their colors. 3-pointer for number 12, Bruce Scott. They're going with more of the black uniforms today with the purple trim. Gold numbers, block of Coleman. Back the other way, number 12 took it all the way. Bruce Scott came up with the loose ball and drove down the floor. Carlos Coleman, though, staying put, and the coach wants a timeout after Carlos Coleman scores to make it 68-46.
30-second timeout.
It's a 30-second timeout. A lot of time left, but coach not happy with something that he saw. Again, our score 68-46. 68-46 our score. Here we're in the second half. Coming up at the end of the game, instead of head coach Larry Cordero, it'll be his first assistant, Jimmy Winslow III. We're going to talk with Jimmy at the end of the game. Coach Cordero just trying to let some of his assistants get a little mic time here at the end of the game. So we'll look forward to talking with him. So Coach Cordero called the timeout. Paul Quinn now comes back up the floor. Trailing by 22. As number 22 gives the ball up. Bounce pass down low to McElway, who lays it in. Spencer McElway's first points of the second half. 68-48 our score. 68-48 LSU-A. Five minutes gone by, 15 remaining. JR shoots the three. Play two 20-minute halves here in the men's side of it, where the ladies play 4 10-minute quarters. Juwan Williams and number 1, Brandon Ellis, coming back in. Stove between the leg dribble, now crossover. Stove puts up the running jumper, won't go. Vickers somehow got the board, but when he came down, got poked in the eye, lost the basketball. Back the other way, three-pointer on the way for number 15, won't go. Over the back, no call. As I hear fans hollering over the back. Foul is going to be on 25, Juwan Williams. That'll be his third. Well, why do I have 3 and they only have 2? (68-48). Knocked away by Anthony Stove. Stove, the bounce to Montre, and knocked away, and a foul called. Foul is going to be on 22, McElway. That is his third. 4th team foul. Inbound to Vickers. Fade away for Chris. Nice for the left-handed senior from Slidell. (70-48). Under 14 left. 15. Took a lot of steps there. Juwan comes up with it. The outlet pass stolen by number 12, Scott. Scott going the other way, then uses the left hand to create the space and the score. 70-50, 70-50, LSU-A. Vickers. Up and under, Chris Vickers. 72-50. Wow, no travel, okay. Bounce pass, number 12 shoots the three, won't go. Rebound, put back up by Holden, won't go. Ellis the rebound for LSUA. Brandon pushing up the left side. No look pass to Stove. Stove the fade away off the side of the board. Down low and a foul as Jawan Williams fouled number 22, Spencer McElway. McElway will shoot two.
Fouls number 25, Jawan Williams, his third.
That is the third on Jawan Williams. Fifth team, third team foul. Substitutions as Brinkley and Adabutu come in, replacing Stove and Williams. 72-50 still. Second free throw. Gets one of two, does McElway. 72-51. Ellis in the corner, three-pointer, Adabutu would not go. Pushing, number 12, got an open lane and took it, did Bruce Scott. Trying to go down to Vickers, and a foul as Vickers fouled number 4 who intercepted that pass. So Vickers will pick up his third.
His third, 14th foul.
14th foul. .15 left. And a whistle, out of bounds. Paul Quinn with the turnover. All right, here comes Brandon Ellis for LSUA. Up by 19, steal to McElway with the dunk. 72-55, get the ball to Brinkley. Brinkley up top to Vickers, Chris for three, yes. Chris Vickers. Vickers now with 22 points.
30-second timeout, Generals.
Generals take a 30-second timeout, I believe. Yes, we'll keep it here. 75-55. Vickers leading the way with a double-double, 22 points and 13 rebounds so far. So the senior from Slidell definitely leading the way. You see the scoreboard there, 11:47 remaining in this game. Don't forget, Saturday, we want you to come out and join us here for the mascot reveal. That's right, come out and meet Tank on Saturday. Looking forward to that. Also, it's free admission Saturday, so bring the whole family out and enjoy basketball here at the Fort, with the ladies playing at 2, the men playing at 4, and both teams fighting for position in the Red River Athletic Conference Tournament that is next Thursday through Saturday here in Alexandria at the Rapides Parish Coliseum on the big stage at the Coliseum. Bounce pass on the block, 15, spin move, won't go. Vickers with the position and the rebound. Gets it out to JR. Adams now middle of the floor. Adams on the drive, got a lane. Adams uses the left hand, and JR Adams comes off the bench and now into double figures with 11. Oh, nice move by number 2, Cruz. And Joshua Cruz gets his first points of the second half. Foul was on Jordan Adabutu, his first, team's 5th. And it rims in and out, so no three-point play for Cruz. 77-57 as we have 9 minutes gone by, 11 remaining. Over to Brinkley. Brinkley pulls up for three again. Won't go. Back the other way. Cruz can't finish. McElway misses, but then gets his own rebound. So with the third shot on goal, Spencer McElway with the offensive putback. 77-59. Vickers, three-pointer, fouled, no call. From the corner, 15 for three. Won't go. Vickers the rebound. Chris to Montre. Montre Thomas Jr. into the front court now, right side. Back to Brinkley, back to Montre. Fouled as he shoots, and will go up for two. Shoot two. Foul is going to be on number 15, Chris Schaaf. His first. Team's fifth. Both teams with five. Both teams with five now. Montre gets the first free throw to go. Number 4 for three, won't go for Holden, but the putback is good for number 11 at Schelk. First points in the second half. Oh, yeah. Montre Thomas Jr. with double figures now with 11. The drive for number 4 as Holden gets his first points in the second half. 82-63, just trading baskets here as we are under 10 remaining. 82-63, drive, shot, won't go for Adebutu. Not an Adebutu-like night. And Carlos Coleman. With the bucket. 84-63, three-pointer for Joshua Cruz. First three of the night for Cruz. 84-66 now. Montre thought he was fouled, didn't get the call. Driving and waving off the basket, waving off the shot. Foul is going to be on 0, Jordan Adebutu, his second.
Foul is on number 0, Jordan Adebutu, his second.
Team sixth. Anthony Stowe checking back in for Adebutu. Coach trying to get Adebutu to hurry up off the floor, and he wasn't in a hurry. Three-pointer for Cruz won't go. Rebound Brinkley. Brinkley losing it as he was driving to the hole. Ellis set to come in. Ellis replacing Adams.
Returning the lineup for the Generals, number 1, Brandon Ellis.
Jawan coming back in as well. Replacing Brinkley as we get set to inbound. 84-66, LSUA withstood another drive by Paul Quinn, but got it back above 20 as a three-pointer by Holden gets it back under 20, 84-69. Looking for help, gives it up to Coleman. Foul is going to be number 11. Monteo Eshok, his first. 16 foul, yeah. Thought we might be shooting the bonus here, but nope. Stolen. Tried to go with the alley-oop, a lot of oop, and Anthony Stowe for three, won't go. Three-pointer for number 11, Mateo Elshik. Gets it down to 12 points, 84-72. So another run gets it within manageable figures here. Timeout, it's a 30-second timeout, so we keep it here. (84-72), you see our score. Normally we would have our what we call our score bug keeping you up to date, but we don't have that tonight. So 84-72 as we show you frequent shots at the scoreboard here to let you know 6:48 remaining in our game. Coming up, Jimmy Winslow III will be talking with us at the end of the game. Normally we talk with head coach Larry Cordero. Tonight going to be a little different and talk with Coach Winslow. All right, let's see if what LSUA can do here in these last 6.5 minutes to not let Paul Quinn back in this game any more than they already have. Near side Coleman, Carlos. Block, foul. He'll go to the line shooting 1-1. As the foul on number 11, Mateo Eshek. His second, seventh team foul. So Carlos Coleman shooting 1-1. Free throw. Coleman take it off. He's got one more. It's 1-1, Carlos. He thought it was an and one. I'm not sure why, but now he's got 2 points for that effort. 86-72. On the block, McElway backing Williams down. Williams got a piece of it. Again blocked. Carlos comes up with it. Coleman sprinting out. Coleman fouled and one. Count the basket for the human slinky. That's right, Carlos Coleman. And one.
Foul's on number 2, Joshua Cruz. That's his fifth.
Foul is on number 2, Joshua Cruz, his fifth, so he fouls out of the game.
Okay,
trying to check that. Foul was on
17th foul.
Who'd they call that on? Anthony Stove, I guess. His second. First shot is good for number 11, Essick. Second coming up. Missed on the second, but the long rebound comes out to Paul Quinn. Three-pointer off the back iron won't go. Nice job by Montre Thomas Jr. going up amongst the trees and getting that one down. Carlos gives it up to Anthony Stove. To Brandon Ellis. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound. Back the other way. Paul Quinn. And a push-off, yes. Number 12 with the push-off. Bruce Scott. That'll be his fourth. Great Scott. And
Bruce Scott, his fourth. 19th foul.
it is the 9th team foul. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Carlos dishing. Dustin Roy. Fresh into the ball game. Fresh into the scorebook. Another push off. No call. Bruce Scott with the bucket. Jumper from the elbow won't go for Montre. 91-75 our score, and a reach in on Montre Thomas, shooting 1-1. Foul is going to be on Montre, his second. Team's eighth, shooting 1-1 will be number 11, Mateo Essick. First free throw on the way for number 11. Is good. Second one coming up.
Chris Vickers returns to the lineup for the Gentlemen.
Coming to the bench, Juwan Williams. And he gets them both to make it 91-77. Ellis almost loses control of it. Back to Montre. Vickers for three. Chris Vickers from the left corner to give him 25 on the game. Near side. Up and in for number 4, Holden. Up to Vickers, under 4 left. Vickers to Carlos, Coleman. Coleman over to Ellis for 3. Rimmed in and out. The push, the lob, the dunk. McElway with Roy over to Coleman. Carlos had his pocket picked by McElway, but Ellis almost got it back. McElway saves it. McElway with the finger roll. .321 left, and they're back within 11, 94-83. Roy gets it up to Montre. Montre over to Coleman. Coleman blocked. Into the front court. Number 12 fouled and will go to the basket. Paul Quinn putting up a fight. Foul is on 34, Dustin Roy, his first, 9th team foul. Both teams will be in the double bonus on the next foul for either team. but twice now. No, 3 times now. Paul Quinn has been down by more than 20 and has got it down to now 10. With a free throw, they could actually get it down to single digits again. Definitely not what Coach Cordero has in mind. LSU Shreveport, last I saw, was in a tight game with Southwest. Again, they're 1 game behind us. With 1 game to play on Saturday. Paul Quinn will go to Shreveport while Southwest will come here. Pick is set. Ellis the shot, won't go. Vickers the board, Vickers the putback, won't go. Now a chance to get it down to single digits. Over for 3 from number 4, won't go. Putback is good for number 11. Coach Espinoza wants a timeout. It's a full timeout on the floor. 2:26 remain in the game. 2:26 remains in the game. 94-86, the closest that Paul Quinn has been. We'll keep it here. Trailing by as many as 22 about 8 minutes ago. And in game time anyway. But Paul Quinn showing how scrappy they are. They've come back to cut it to 8 as Coach Cordero talking to his troops. And Espinoza on the other side, to his credit, had not stopped coaching whatsoever. And Paul Quinn, a team that is 5-11 in conference play, is giving LSU all it can handle right now. Vickers is back in the ball game. Adams will trigger the inbound for LSU. Here we go. 2:26 remaining. Adams will get it into Stove, back to JR. Turnover, and Coach Espinoza not happy as his guys were driving, hoping to cut in more to this 8-point, what's now down to an 8-point lead. Montre Thomas has some blood on the sleeve. And the thing about it was the blood wasn't from his sleeve. I mean, he got it off somebody else. And Espinoza, the coach, a little friendly, hey, I was trying to get you out of the ball game. So he gets the jersey tucked back in. 2 minutes remain. Inbound to Coleman. Now they'll give it to JR. We're at 1:50. LSU with an 8-point lead. Stove puts the shot up, and somehow Anthony Stove made lemonade out of those lemons. First points of the second half. Over in the corner, three-pointer. Off the side of the board, 22 McElway with the putback. And it is 96-88 with a minute 24 left. Another timeout called by Coach Espinoza. And Coach Espinoza spending the timeout talking to the officials. It is a full timeout on the floor with a minute 24 left as YMCA is coming through the speakers right now. As we take a look at the DACstats.com to see what LSU Shreveport and Southwest is doing. 6:39 left in the second half. It's 65-61. LSU Shreveport over Southwest out of Hobbs, New Mexico. That game's been back and forth, but the Pilots with a 4-point lead with 6:39 left. Well, they're playing who let the dogs out, and the underdogs have fought their way back into this. Just an 8-point game with a minute 24 left. All right, here we go. All right, LSUA with the inbound. Montre getting the board. Montre putting it up. Carlos trying. And a foul on Montre, I believe, on the offensive rebound. Foul is on Montre Thomas Jr., his third.
Montre Thomas Jr., that's his third, 10th team foul.
Well, this last couple of minutes is certainly lasting a lot longer than it should. LSUA will still get the win, but Paul Quinn has certainly fought their way and showed some scrappiness here tonight. Not once, not twice, but 3 times being down by 20 or more points. And they fought their way back into this game as it's 96-89. Missing on the second. Vickers will bring it down the floor. Now Montre, far side. 45 seconds. 20 on the shot clock. Montre loses his man. Over to Carlos. Carlos, the drive. Coleman with a nice finger roll. As Coleman with his 21st point. 98-89 and a foul will send Vickers to the line. Vickers sitting on 29 points, 17 rebounds.
Chris Vickers in the line for 2 shots.
2 shots coming up for Chris Vickers. Vickers getting the first to go to give him 30 points now. And make it 31. .192 shot miss. Vickers a rebound. 16 seconds. To Carlos. Coleman over to Stove with 11 seconds. Up top to Montre. Final score should be 100-92 LSUA with the win. LSUA improves to 16-1. 16-1 in Red River Athletic Conference play. 100-92 is your final. Chris Vickers, 31 points, 17 rebounds. As we'll get set up to talk with Jimmy Winslow III. Get our microphone set up here. So again, congratulations to LSUA on the win tonight. We'll have final stats for you in just a few minutes, but 19 points tonight for Carlos Coleman. 15 points tonight for Anthony Stove. 11 points for J.R. Adams. Got the man over here now, joining us here courtside now, Jimmy Winslow, as we celebrate a win tonight. Coach, congratulations to you and to LSUA. You improved to 16-1, but not once, not twice, but 3 different times. You were up by 20 or more, and Paul Quinn fought their way back tonight. A scrappy team, to say the least.
Yeah, good job to Paul Quinn fighting to get back in the game. We got to do a better job of closing out, though. You know, late in the season, we just got to do a better job finishing games, putting teams away.
I know in my previous conversations with the coach, that's always been something too, and you know, sometimes pulling guys off the court, frustration or not, you still got to get off that court quick. You got to refocus sometimes, but still overall, when you look at the team and your scoring tonight, you had a double-double from Chris Vickers, 31 points, 17 rebounds. You also had 21 points tonight from Carlos Coleman. He's continued a string over the last 5 games. So, the senior really showing out for you.
Yeah, Chris Vickers being Chris Vickers, he's doing what he's been doing here the whole time he's been a general. Carlos Coleman's really coming on late for us. He's having to play big minutes. We've been hurt, got a few injuries and things like that. So he's doing a good job for us.
No doubt about it. So you're coming into the last game of the regular season, senior day on Saturday, so there'll be a lot of emotions with that. But you also have a chance to win the conference championship for the regular season championship for the 5th time in 6 years. You think you're going to have any trouble getting the guys to focus Saturday?
Nah, I think we'll be okay. We just really got to get our guys to focus. You don't get opportunities like this a lot, and we got a special opportunity here coming up on Saturday.
Well, we certainly looking forward to it. Enjoy LSUA. I enjoy watching you and the part that you play on the sidelines, and I appreciate the coach giving you an opportunity to come over here a little bit and us Pineville guys talk a little basketball and show these LSUA guys what's going on. But again, congratulations to you. The best is still yet to come, Coach.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you. Coach Chris Vickers and Coach Jimmy Winslow III here with us here as we wrap up our coverage tonight of LSUA basketball. What a great night for LSUA. 31 points for Chris Vickers, 20 rebounds. So the total was not completely up to date when I last looked at it on the computer. So 31 and 20 tonight for Chris Vickers. So what a nice double for him. 15 of those rebounds were defensive rebounds. So Chris Vickers all over the boards tonight for LSUA. You also had 4 other guys in double figures. 21 points for Carlos Coleman, 15 points for Anthony Stove, 11 points for J.R. Adams, and 11 points for Montre Thomas Jr. Again, nice night for LSUA, 46% from the floor tonight. And again, didn't get to the line a lot tonight. But when they did, they remained perfect throughout the game from the charity stripe. Just an overall great effort for them. Let Paul Quinn back in the game late in the game. Final score 100. to 92. Again, Saturday is a big day here at the Fort. Free admission, so bring the family and come out to the game on Saturday and join us here. The ladies play at 2, the men play at 4. It's senior day. We're going to meet Tank, the new mascot for LSUA, so join us for all of that on Saturday. And if you can't come to the Fort, then you'll be able to follow all the action right here on the General Sports Network. Again, for the LSUA Media Club, I'm Rich Dupree saying so long from the Fort. We'll see you on Saturday for LSUA basketball on the General's Sports Network.
Eddie's Smokehouse in Seafood. Always a feast for your eyes, but wait till it hits your mouth. What delicious tastes like. It is real.